the way we feel about him is the same way Andrew Berry feel about him. If he also bullshit next year, we will have somebody else by 2025. Somebody else will start. We have no marriage to this Deshaun Watson thing working. If it works, cool. Team gonna win some games. If it doesn't, all right,
get him out of here.
Move on to the next guy. I'm not buying Deshaun Watson jerseys. I give no fucks.
I just think I can see it now. Next year, Deshaun's not going to play well for like a stretch of like 2 or 3 games.
Oh,
and the Flacco chance are going to start. They're going to be the bring back Flacco chance.
We about to see if this man can really handle the pressure. We about to find out. Right?
Hey, don't let Joe play well in the postseason. Don't let Joe play well in the postseason. My God.
Hey, look. I look at the Deshaun Watson stuff and like it's just a series of unfortunate events because like he comes back, he plays bad in that Pittsburgh game, has a game against Tennessee where we're like, hey, this is gets hurt immediately, like does not play after that for 5 more weeks, comes back, blows out Arizona, nobody's moved, 14-14 versus the best team in the league in Baltimore, and it has like these game-winning moments, balls out, we finally like, it might be back. Guess what we found out on Wednesday, JP? He never coming back for this season. He out for the year. And to me, it's like the universe saw this season about to unfold and was like, nah, he ain't paid us. He ain't paid enough. Okay? We about to, you know who deserves a break? Joseph Flacco. Come here, Joe. Come here, get this break, baby. Come here, get this.
That man Joe was taking his kids to school, and now he's throwing 50-yard passes to Amari Cooper.
Hey, Joe Flacco I got a good ass job energy. He knows what it is. He knows he ain't got to do that much. He knows it's not on him. He like, yeah, man, we got Miles, we got Amari, we got David. I ain't got to do much.
I haven't seen Joe Flacco this happy since like 2016.
Look at the teams he's been on since 2016.
Like it was the end of the Raiders era, and then just a bunch of backup spots. And it's just like, now he's actually like happy. He's able to go to sleep on the sidelines. You know, he's pretty old. He needs that sleep. You know, good for him. Good for him.
Yeah, Joe Flacco is living his best life out here in Cleveland. Got his son. His kids are Browns fans now. Like, that's funny to me. His kids will forever grow up as Browns fans because they don't know nothing about that Ravens Joe Flacco, but they see Dad slaying that rock in that Browns uniform, and nobody will ever understand how weird it will be in 10 years when we bring back Joe Flacco for Ring of Honor night for 7 games in the regular season. We about to bring him back, dog. We about to bring him back.
Hey, I just know that phone call to Joe lasted like maybe 15 seconds. That man has 5 kids. It was like, hey, you want to come? Yes.
Yeah.
Get me out of
Y'all
here.
hiring? Y'all hiring? I could do something else.
I'll be there tonight. He probably could have been living on the other side of the country. Like, I'll be there tonight. Send the playbook.
Mm-hmm.
Send the playbook.
No. When he got the call, he was like, yeah. Oh, y'all run the Kubiak? Okay. I'm good. I bet he got there and he started getting excited. He saw Amari Cooper run around like, ooh, that's Anquan Bolden. And then he saw David Njoku high jumping. He's like, that's the tight end? I got Dennis Pitta with hops. We about to do this, dog. He was just sitting there waiting for DTR to fuck up. Like, he was like, yeah, man. Hey, dog. Hey, I'm going to help you learn the offense, DTR, for sure. Yeah. That's why I'm getting these extra reps in with David. It has nothing to do with you. Like,
he was just waiting.
He was like, hey, rook on rook. Like, then Rook and PJ. The next thing you know, he started. He like, yeah. Now, how can I get this ball to David Njoku and Amari Cooper? And guess what? Nobody loves him more than Amari Cooper because
I bet Amari Cooper loves him.
Greg, we had a similar conversation with you about a certain wide receiver. We don't have to name the names about like what quarterbacks that wide receiver liked. It was a very, very prominent Hall of Fame wide receiver that had these preferences that you would think are wild. I could say the preference, right?
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah. Where this famous Hall of Fame wide receiver preferred Mac Jones to Caleb Williams.
Mm-hmm.
And hey, I can understand why somebody would look at that and be like, what the is that person thinking? And I'm like, nah, man, you got to think about this. That person thinking about himself. Right? Because you know what Mac
He's
Jones
thinking
not good
about-
enough to do? Survey the field. You know what Mac Jones is just good enough to do?
Hit the
Feed
one
you that
read.
rock. Hey, Caleb Williams gonna pat that ball, wait for you to run, extend the play and all this shit and actually get open. Hey, Mac Jones don't give a fuck about if you open or not. He just gonna throw it to you. And
You got one read. You better be that read.
Mhm. And look, that's what Amari Cooper loved about PJ Walker, is that PJ Walker was just bad enough to know I need to throw this shit to Amari. DTR thought he could do multiple reads and shit. Like, yeah, I'm gonna go here and then come back here. And he like, what you doing, youngie? Just throw me this shit. And then Joe Flacco got in. He's like, hey, you two, what was Amari Cooper's quote to him? Hey man, I'm 225. Just throw me that shit.
You know, he said, hey, he's like, I'm 6'2", 225. Throw me the ball, cuz. Just throw me the ball, cuz.
Just put it in the area code.
Mhm.
Put it in the area
All
code.
right, cuz. Like, and
Hey, no,
maybe
you know who's
that's-
the happiest? You know who's the happiest though? Elijah Moore.
Hey, dog, Elijah Moore was shameless. JP, shameless.
Shameless.
They brought up, look, before Joe Flacco was on the team, they brought up the idea of bringing Joe Flacco onto this team right after Deshaun Watson just went out for the season. And Elijah Moore was like, Joe Flacco. I
He's over here
love
like this.
Joe Flacco. Yeah, I would love it if they brought in Joe. They about to bring in Joe. Hey, y'all, I heard they might bring in Joe. Starting the rumors to make sure. You know how, like, when you want your homeboy to get hired, you start taking assumptions like, hey, man, like, oh, yeah, y'all interview Greg? I heard they about to give Greg the job, man. I can't wait till Greg start working here. Like, you know, you start gassing it up so that they feel like now they can't go and not hire Greg, right? Like, that's what Elijah Moore was doing. Like, hey, man, I heard they about to bring Joe in here. And then, who's Zadarius Smith? First practice Joe Flacco had on the practice squad, mind you. I saw some franchise quarterback throws. Meanwhile, DTR is starting a game this week, dog. Like, it was absolutely 100%
They knew what
shameless.
time it was.
Hey, they was like, we trying to win, Rook. We trying to win, Rook. You not
No
ready.
offense, youngin. No offense, youngin. It's just business.
That man got a ring, dog. I'm
hold the
trying to get
clipboard.
there. Like,
Hold the clipboard for us. You
Hey.
know,
and then DTR got hurt at the end of the season. He can't even be active for the rest of the year. Got hurt there in garbage time. Had Jeff Driscoll's take his last start. By the way, Jeff Driscoll, truly ass. Oh my God. Truly ass.
I'm gonna be so honest with you. I did not watch that game. I was not.
Nobody watched that game.
I was
We didn't
not.
I
care about
barely
that
watched
game.
that game. Dog,
We
I
didn't
was
care about
watching
that
the
game, bro.
Jaguars game. I did a live watch party of the Browns and Bengals. And by the third quarter, I was doing play-by-play for the fucking Jags and Titans. I was like, oh, there was a big interception. Uh-oh. Big kick return. Like, nah, man. Nobody was watching that. It was because Jeff Driscoll is trash. Truly, he can't be on the roster no more, dog. Like, I know they was trying to get PJ up out of there because PJ be doing wild shit, but you can't replace PJ with him, man. And that's a hell of a
Hey.
sentence.
I heard the USFL back. Hey, that might be the move. You know, you don't gotta be in the NFL. You can still throw a
Who,
ball
Jeff?
around. Yeah, Jeff.
I wouldn't sign Jeff if I were a UFL team. Like, I didn't see anything in there that I'm like, yeah, man, we got to have that in the UFL. Like, but
Oh.
if PJ break loose, hey, look, if PJ broke loose, UFL on that. UFL he gonna get the first ever UFL guaranteed contract.
Oh yeah, he is a UFL legend.
Mm-hmm. That's what I'm saying. PJ just need to like play football in the fall as a part-time job, but like really go hard in the spring. Just be like, hey man, every once in a while PJ might fuck around, get a couple starts. Shout out to PJ, by the way. 53 roster guaranteed. The got his money, and he about to get them playoff checks because Jeff Driscoll definitely robbed himself of that opportunity. Shout out to PJ, man. Look, we talk about the hell of a year that Joe Flacco done had, that Myles Garrett done had. We not talking enough about the hell of a financial year that PJ Walker has had for himself because he started this year getting cut by the fucking Bears. All right? Like,
That is a step up. He did the perfect UFL quarterback thing where you play good in the spring,
Mhm.
sit around on the practice squad. Maybe you'll play a game, You don't even got to be like you don't got to be special in the game. You play, collect a check. Friday, that check gonna hit, and you don't even got to do anything else the rest of the season. You can just
And
sit,
look,
collect checks. Ben
PJ
DiNucci
Walker.
is on the Broncos practice squad. He hasn't played a game this year. He's best life because he can just
PJ
go back
Walker.
to back to UFL.
PJ Walker, underrated, all-time vibes guy.
Mhm.
Underrated. Hey,
Great
the
hang.
vibes are always great with PJ in there. Look, they didn't defend the rookie. The only people who defended the rookie was other people in his class. You know who was defending PJ? Everybody. Everybody was defending PJ. Hey, man,
Hey,
y'all don't understand.
To be fair, PJ beat the 49ers and he beat the Colts.
That's true.
To be
And
fair,
they be, look, we be saying that with so much irony dripping off of that sentence. They be saying that in that locker room, like, hey, man, why y'all be sleeping on PJ? He beat the 49ers. Like he did that. Like, he did it. But, you know, he was there. And they give him, look, they love PJ Walker in that locker room. Every time PJ get a new contract, because he got like 3 new contracts this year, they be walking in, yeah, PJ. They love PJ. But PJ, underrated vibes guy. Underrated. And guess what? He gonna be on that roster next year, Cole. He gonna be on that roster next year. Yes.
I don't know.
Yes.
I hope. No, I'm not gonna disrespect that man on here. I'm not gonna.
Hey, we about to
disrespect that man
find
on
out how much power Deshaun Watson has, because if he's the
Hey.
backup, Deshaun Watson has all the power in the organization.
To tie it all together, Jameis Winston, free agent,
Mm.
all-time hang, all-time
Hey.
vibes guy.
Hey, the Browns quarterback room about to be kicking it next year, because if they learned anything from this experience is that they need to go back to the old template once Deshaun Watson gets active. Like, yeah, we can have Jess Driscoll on the roster right now, but let me tell you something. No, not happening.
We need PR in here.
When Deshaun Watson is on the field, the closest thing to Joe Flacco that they had was Josh Rosen. And Josh Rosen, the one that don't nobody like. Josh Rosen had people be like, yeah, man, I'd rather give Kellen Mond a shot.
Oh Jesus! Let's not do that. Let's not talk about Kellen Mond.
Hey,
Let's
Josh
not talk
Rosen
about
didn't
Kellen.
beat Kellen Mond out. Like,
Hey man,